Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dylan, and welcome to the Dylan the Truth podcast. If you guys are new to this channel, I'd like for you guys to subscribe to this channel and also hit that like button. Deeply appreciated. Now, this segment is about this ongoing feud that's going on between Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. I'm pretty sure people are well aware of what's been going on. Um, it's been a messy situation. Scottie's been getting at Michael Jordan. The reason for why Scottie's upset with Michael Jordan is because uh, just a couple years ago, Michael Jordan put out a docu-series called The Last Dance. And what The Last Dance is supposed to explain it was how they won that last championship back in 1998. So what Jordan would do is Jordan would basically do like flashbacks that leads to the 98 championship. So basically he will go back to like the days in his 80s, when Kerr got into a situation where he lost, I believe, his father. Dennis Rodman, he had his wild times. And then Scottie Pippen, he felt like, Jordan was showing him in a negative light. Because if you were watching that docu-series, basically, I think Scottie was upset that there was a situation, I believe there was a play, last second shot. He wanted the last shot, but then Phil Jackson said, no, I'm going to give it to Tony Kukoc. Tony Kukoc took the last shot, and they ended up winning the game. But he just felt like because Jordan retired, this is supposed to be his team, and he's supposed to be the guy to take the last shot. And he felt like he was portrayed in a negative light. They looked at him like a sore loser. There was a season, I believe it was before, I think it was 98 season. He was injured, and then he had the opportunity to, play, but he decided to sit out. And, again, people started to look at him a certain way and be like, yo, damn, he only thinks about himself. He doesn't think about the team. So that's why Scottie was upset about that docu-series. And then if you look at what Jordan said about him, Jordan basically said, you know, he would have never won a championship, the 6 championships without Scottie Pippen. And anybody that's a true basketball fan knows that. It's not all Jordan. Jordan had great teammates. It wasn't just him. He had Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Steve Kerr. He had Cartwright. He had Armstrong. He had Paxton. He had Horace Grant. I mean, he had really good players around him. So it wasn't just him doing everything. He basically was focused on scoring, and everybody was specialists. So if they're a rebounder, that's what they do, or they're a defender, or they're the playmaker. Everybody had a job to do, and all Jordan had to worry about was scoring. Basically, that was it. So it made his job a lot easier because we could go back to the 80s. He wasn't winning jack until, he got Scottie Pippen and Phil Jackson took over as a head coach and started to implement the triangle offense, which gets everybody touches. And Jordan didn't like that in the beginning. And he felt like, I have to have the ball, but you got to trust your teammates. So that is where, the friction was. But there is a backstory to this. With Scottie Pippen, I believe, there's a lot of things that happened to him. Some personal things, like with 2 of his kids passing away. One, I believe, he had in '94, uh, twins, like twin girls, and one of them like died right after birth. So I know that it took a toll on him. And also he lost his firstborn son just a couple years ago. So it took a lot out of him, and maybe he's lashing out at Jordan. Maybe it's not Jordan himself. Maybe it's just things that he has to deal with internally. So you have to see where he's coming from with it. It's not like he's just losing his mind. I think like a lot of things he's dealing with, and then on top of this, You have his ex-wife, Larsa Pippen. I mean, she's been on the news for quite some time, and people know the story. She was Scottie Pippen's ex-wife for many years. She was the wife of Scottie Pippen for many years. They recently got a divorce. I believe, what year was it? In 2021, December 15th, to be exact. So they finalized the divorce. She still kept his last name, and obviously there's a agenda behind that for her to keep the last name, because it's like, why would you keep the last name if you're divorced? Obviously, she's trying to get something out of it. So recently, we heard some news that she's been dating Michael Jordan's son, Marcus Jordan. I believe that's his name, Marcus Jordan. Uh, I mean, I don't understand how she could do something like that. You know that Scottie and Jordan are not on good terms. You end up dating Michael Jordan's son. Now, mind you, let's just put this into perspective. She is 48, and Marcus Jordan is 31. Now, we could go through the history with this woman, who she's dated. She dated Future, younger than her. Tristan Thompson, younger than her. Malik Beasley, younger than her. Now, Marcus Jordan. It seems like, I don't know, like she doesn't have no respect for herself. Like she doesn't value herself. It's quite clear, because it's like she wants to be in the spotlight so bad. And what I really believe, this is my personal belief, I really believe that she initially wanted to be with Michael Jordan. That was her first choice. But the only reason she didn't get with Michael Jordan, because Michael Jordan was already taken. Michael Jordan, was larger than life. She wanted to be with the number one guy, but then she just settled, I guess, for the second best guy on the team, which was Scottie Pippen. I mean, it's quite obvious. Like, you're getting with Jordan's son. You know Jordan is a billionaire. Michael Jordan is a billionaire. You know his son is going to get any inheritance that he gives to him. So it makes sense that she gets with him to get back at Scottie Pippen. And I'm like, man, this woman is really low. And she went on some talk show talking about the Jordan families are fine with it. First of all, this woman is just a liar. Like, she lies about everything. Like, why can't she just be honest with herself and stop trying to create this persona that she's this type of woman? She's not. Like, women like that, you need to keep away from, because let's be honest, she was never with Scottie Pippen because she loved Scottie Pippen. No, she was in love with the lifestyle. That's what she loved. She loved to be in like the VIP spots, the best parties, all these celebrities she gets to chill with and all that. She loves the lifestyle. It's not him. And these NBA players, all not just NBA players, just athletes, celebrities in general, need to start paying attention, because where do they mostly meet these women? In a club, usually in arenas, like sporting arenas, or one of these fancy restaurants. They always know where these celebrities are going to be. It's not a coincidence. They actually know when they're going to be there, whatever day that's going to be. Like if they're in town, maybe there's a big party, or like a party that they're holding for certain players, they will be there for sure. Because why? They feel like that's their meal ticket. And you gotta watch out for women like that. And LeVar Ball also mentioned something which was really important, and he's absolutely right. I'm gonna keep it like PG. He basically said that when you're an athlete and you're in that life, you come out, you know, you're not gonna find that good woman. You're only gonna find the bad ones. But he used another word for it. It starts with a H, and I'm gonna leave it at that. he used that, and he's basically saying, you know what, you're never gonna find that good woman when you're that athlete. The best woman you're probably gonna get is who you were with before you got on, like a high school sweetheart or somebody you met from work or maybe um, from college. Like it has to be before you got on the scene, like as far as like an athlete or a rapper or entertainer or whatever it is. And it's so true. Think about it. You really think that they're there for you or they love you? No, they don't. They just look at it, they see dollar signs, most of them, and they're like, oh, okay, I got a baller here. You know, I'm gonna be set. Now, I'm not saying this for all women. There's a lot of good women out there, but I feel in this day and age, it seems like the bad is outweighing the good, and it's unfortunate because it seems like these guys just keep falling for those type of women. I don't know why that is. It's just unfortunate. Until they start waking up and starting to see, you know, don't always pay attention to what the words that's is coming out of their mouth. You have to watch your actions. The actions tell you everything you need to know. That's how you could tell, if that woman is really the one for you. They could say a lot of things, but if the action doesn't match the words, you really have to pay attention to that, and you really have to reevaluate your life and be like, is this the one for me? I don't think so. But yeah, this is what I get from this whole situation. It's a really messy one. Hopefully, Scottie, is in a better place. It's unfortunate that this happened to him. And I forgot to mention, she also got half of Scottie Pippen's retirement money. I mean, are you kidding me? That's a clear indication that she never was for you. Never was. She just looked at it, the dollar signs. That's what it was. But, in a way, I don't feel sorry for Scottie Pippen because he put himself in this situation. He should have known better. The signs were there. He just chose to ignore them. So, when, women like her burn you, I mean, that's all on you. And, these athletes, they have to be a lot smarter, man. Like, you can't fall for everything that they tell you. Like, they could say anything. And, they come up with this, believable story. But let's be honest, they know what they're going for. They have one thing in mind. Is to get the bag. And that's it. It's a it's a sad reality, but that's what it is. Like I wish it was the other way around, but for the most part, this is what it is in this day and age. It's sad to see, but hopefully Scottie can bounce back from this. Hopefully him and Jordan could make amends. The squash this feud because they were arguably the greatest duo in NBA history, and we'll never forget it. These guys were legendary, especially in the '90s. Legendary. So hopefully everything works out well for those two. But I will leave it at that. I would like to thank everybody for tuning into this video. Till next time, peace.